What? Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to my quick video as a reaction to the recent Minecraft Live event and the announcements of things there within it. Now, there is a summary video, which if you missed the main event, you could have a look at, and I will try to remember put a link in the video description so you can go and check that out. But for me and the rest of the viewers, I think the thing that we wanted the most was, what is 1.19 going to be? And of course, it is the Caves and Cliffs update part 3. I mean, the whatever they called it, I don't know. It's ridiculous. Not ridiculous. I'm a bit disappointed. When you do a new, relatively major update for your product, for your game, you don't take stuff that should have been done before, add a little bit to it and give it a name. That is not what we were looking for. What we were looking for is for something that was kind of basic, that needed completely revamping and growing, or something new that could be brought in completely. I mean, yes, there's new elements, and the Deep Dark is a new thing, and the Deep Dark is actually more than what they originally promised for 1.18. So yes, there is more to it. But for me, I would much more preferred them to have done what they promised for the Deep Dark and just done what they had previously rather than expanding it, and then just brought something new in that was better. I mean, if you look at what they did to the Nether, okay, the Nether was alright when it came out, and it got tiresome, it got old, it was just one biome pretty much. And then they did an update on it, and they completely did a fantastic job of putting a new structure in, new mobs in, 4 new biomes, as well as new wood types. It was brilliant. Everything got a little bit more stuff, and it just took something that needed really lifting and made it fantastic. They really could have done that with the end. The end was screaming out for it. Yes, there was an end update not that long ago, but it really needed netherizing. Or a brand new dimension, a new place for us to go with a few more new biomes. Instead, we kind of get old promises plus a little bit more. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? That's my initial rant done. I like everything that I've seen. I like the new blocks in the skulkiness and the way that they work. I like the Skulk City things that they were talking about. I like the fact that we've got chest boats coming. The frogs look good. The fireflies, I think, will be nice atmospheric effect and all that sort of stuff. So I don't dislike what they've promised. I just feel like what they've promised, it doesn't feel like a proper formed update. Now, I'm going to quickly go through the highlights video. I'm going to play it on mute. So Caves and Cliffs Part 2 is coming later this year. We were after a precise date, and they said 1 to 2 months, which is a little bit wishy-washy. The Xbox Game Pass is not something I'm really that interested in because it's not my side of things, but it does include Java Edition, which is good. Then there's those new tools for the content creators. Not something that I would be interested in, but it's nice that more tools are coming around the platform for people to add new things. Then there was the Minecraft Dungeons things that some people may care about, but certainly not me and most of my communities. Then the Wild update, that's what they called it, the Wild update. Basically, they're going to add the Mangrove Swamp, which is going to have a new tree type. I welcome a new tree type. I welcome the frogs. I think the frogs look cute and cool and a little bit, like they said in the stream, derpy. And I like the idea that now we've got mud blocks, because then that does mean that we can do different things with that. And of course the mud bricks, they look all right. I'm not sure if I would use them in many of my builds. And then there's the new Deep Dark, which, yes, now that they've done like the update with the deep slate and things like that, yeah, it looks good. What they've done with the Deep Dark is good, and I like the fact that the warden comes out of the ground, and there's the dark effect and the atmosphere and all that sort of scariness about it. I like that Mojang have gone that way a little bit and have put a little bit of almost fiery stuff into it. And then of course the chest boats were fantastic. Nice little addition. You can put a chest on a llama and a llama in a boat, so technically it was possible before. I will talk about the mob vote. The mob vote for me was a bit of a surprise. I thought it was going to be a lot more even than it was, but one mob did not do well at all. Now, forgive me if I can't remember all the names off the top of my head, but the one that won, the one that will collect items for you, I can imagine that being quite useful, especially when you're out and about or you've got a farm and you kind of just run around and bash the crops and things like that. It's really good for non-technical Minecrafters, because if you're technical, you can collect items with water streams and ice and things like that and pistons to push. And you can also sort items using the hoppers and redstone, but that's for the technical community, and I think this will give a way for the non-technical players to be able to do that. Also, it could be a good way to do this in the Nether, because we often use water streams for moving stuff around in the overworld. So to have that another option for the Nether, that is quite cool. So I didn't really have a massive affiliation for each one. I felt that each option was just a tiny bit weak. It's like each mob was alright, and I guess that's what I feel about the 1.19 update as well. It's alright, but I was kind of expecting a little bit more, something a little bit more rounded, something a bit more packaged. It's like, here is this new thing and here's all the new things within it, but instead we got, here is something that we promised before. Yes, it's better and a little bit more added on. So there we go. There's my ramblings. There's my thoughts. They're doing good stuff, and I do like the things that are coming. I just hope that they become a little bit more fully fleshed and fully featured, and we see a little bit more and more promises than what we've had already. Because I'm going to be honest, I was expecting more. So slightly disappointed, but not too bad about it all. I think we're going to have to look for future updates for anything more significant. It's weird. I think there's going to be a change to the way that Mojang do their updates. I think it's going to be, it looks like there's going to be more frequent and smaller things potentially than less frequent and bigger. I think that's the way they're going to go with it. It does seem to have that feel about what's going on and the way the updates have happened recently. But let me know what you think. How did you feel about that mob vote? Did the mob you voted for get in? Why did you vote for it? Let me know down in the comments. And also, what do you think of 1.19? Is it a good enough update overall? But that's going to be all from me for now. The conversation, of course, carries on over on my Discord. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.